Alright folks, and welcome to another episode of Retro Video Game Virus, RVGV for short. This episode I'm going to be doing something a bit different. I'm not going to be looking at retro games. Today I'm going to look at my most favourite sitcom of all time, Scotland's very own, a pure Scottish national icon, the big man himself, Rab C. Nesbitt. So aye, everybody in Scotland knows who Rab C. Nesbitt is. Well, I'd probably say today's kids and teenagers might ken who he is, but anybody born before 1990 surely should know who Rab C. Nesbitt is. I mean, the Rab C. Nesbitt show's my most favourite sitcom of all time, and Rab himself is my most favourite sitcom character of all time. Just the way I feel. I mean, I love Bottom. I'd say that's my second favourite ever sitcom of all time. I love The Young Ones. I love Red Dwarf. I love Blackadder. Christ, all the great British UK sitcoms were all comedy gold, and yeah, it was a tough choice, but yeah, I always just come back to Rab C. Nesbitt. I mean, it's not because he's Scottish, the show's set in Scotland, and I'm Scottish. It's just the show that I have the most fondest memories watching growing up. Yeah, it was hilarious. Aye, but anyway.
Himself, the soul of our brother here departed.
What's a score? What is a score here?
Rab C. Nesbitt, the total alky, self-styled street philosopher himself, the original unemployed person, my beloved country's very own born and bred, scabby, pinstripe suited, string vested, manky headband wearing TV Scottish comedy icon. Yep, a total Scottish legend. The Rab C. Nesbitt series first aired on BBC Two way back in 1990 and continued on for another successful 8 series over the course of the next 9 years. Then I had a break for another 9 years, coming back for a Christmas special in 2008. Then back 2 years later in 2010 for Series 9. Then Series 10 the following year. Then back again 3 years after for a final New Year's special episode in 2014. But over the course of the 24 years, it never disappointed. It was pure Scottish TV comedy gold. Loved it to bits.
You stick your foot in your mouth first, eh? Oh! Hurry up, man. Get on it. Quick, on your own time. Oh, best.
But way before the series, his first ever appearance was in 1986 as a recurring character on the Scottish comedy sketch show The Naked Video, which was funny as fuck in its own right.
But then again, who am I, eh? Who am I? Eh? Nah, see when you scrape it all away, or a clap when you get right down to it. You mean right down to the bottom line. They're all a lot of jumped up fascist bastards, that's what they are. I'll tell you something else, son, I should know, for I was an inspector in the buses. But I mean, what is the answer? Eh, I mean, maybe you can tell me what the answer is, because I'm Donald Duck if I know what the answer is. What was your question again?
Wait a minute.
That's a prototype James A. Cotter played by Jonathan Watson.
He batters me, and if I stay, you zunk me in the head with a poker. And if I stand up for myself, yous both gang up me and pumping my body, is that it?
Well, it's your own fault. You should never interfere between man and wife.
Exactly. You're none but an interfering little bugger. That's what you are. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with you. Stick a head in you.
Come on then, come on.
And because he was seen as a highlight of the show and a fan favourite, they decided to make a Naked Video Christmas special about Rab, called Rab C. Nesbitt's Seasonal Greet, which first aired in 1988.
When he's walked through that door, I want you to look poor. What have you got to do?
Look poor, Dad.
That's right. Here, Gash. Take this cream and rub it all your napper. Make it look as if you've got ringworm, son. Come in.
Yep, this was also used as the pilot that got the Rab C. Nesbitt series the green light from the bigwigs at the BBC. And that was it. This was the episode that set the foundation for the future of the Rab C. Nesbitt series. Yep, it fleshed out his wife, his kids, his mates, his local, the very world that Rab C would be set in with all these unique and funny, memorable characters. Brilliant.
You can stick your gravy, you hear me? You can stick your gravy. Bloody well, interesting. There you are. Tommy, come here, son. I have a wee present for you.
Oh, great. Canada, can I?
Go on, son, go on. You deserve it. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy.
I'm glad you're taking the blame.
And then just a year and 9 months later, on a Thursday night in September 1990, the very first ever episode aired, which kicked off the entire Rab C. Nesbitt series.
What a night, what a night. Lasted 3 days. She sent me out for a pan of sausage for a tea. I meet a wee mate. Next thing you know, it's Thursday. That's me, you know. I'm a free spirit.
Yup, pure Scottish TV comedy gold. From the very start, every episode was just fucking hilarious. Christ, the laughs I had watching this as a wee bairn. I remember watching the Seasonal Greets pilot with my mum and dad when it first aired in 1988, but I was only 5. I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand what it was all about. It didn't get me up or down at first, but 2 years later, in 1990, when I was 7, I had to stay at my gran's one Friday night, and she said she's got something funny for me and my brother to watch. And later on that night, she put it on, and it was the very first episode, Work. My gran had taped it from the night before when they originally aired, and must have thought me and my brother would love it. And she was right. I thought it was hilarious. And from then on every Friday night, when I had to stay at my gran's, she had a new episode of Rab taped for us to watch. And that was a thing, right up until I was old enough, till I didn't have to stay at my gran and granddad's on a Friday night, because I'd be trusted to be in the house myself while my mum and dad would still go out to the pub on a Friday night. Yeah, that would have been right up to when season 6 was on in 1997, when I was 14. Jesus Christ. 14-year-old and still getting made to stay at my gran's while my mum and dad went out on the piss, because they didn't trust me to be in the house myself in case I fucking set on fire or something, probably. But I didn't have any issue with the strong Glaswegian accents or slang. I fully understood what was getting said. It was probably because my gran and grandad were both born and bred in the Black Hill area of Glasgow. They moved here to Glenoffice in the early 50s when the town was still brand new, and because I grew up with them, I was so used to their thick Glaswegian accents. So that's probably why I understood what was getting said in Rab. And Rab C must have been a really special show for my gran and grandad, and so close to home for them. My gran and grandad knew every inch of Glasgow, so they could tell me where every single location used in the show was. My gran would shout out, "I used to play there as a Wayne," or "I used to go shopping there," or "Me and your grandad used to go there when we were courting," or "Me and your grandad couldn't go there when we were courting because we had to keep it secret because I was Catholic and your grandad was Protestant." And back then that would have been frowned upon as much as if an Israeli was courting a Palestinian. But anyway, yeah, it was all down to my gran and grandad I got into Rab C. I thought it was funny as fuck from the get-go, and every week I couldn't wait to see the next episode. Yep, writer Ian Pattison and director Colin Gilbert gave us Scottish comedy TV magic.
I'm 45, you know. I'm a wonderful character, isn't I? A marvellous spirit. Yeah. Have a nice day. Swine ya.
And here we are, Rab C. Nesbitt's house. The man himself. Christ. Can't believe we're fucking here. There he is. A Scottish comedy television's icon's castle. We're in Springburn. Yeah. Ironically, Rab C. Nesbitt is meant to be set in Govan, but for some reason his house is in Springburn. I don't know why they decided to film it here, but the rumour was, I heard, was because Govan was too rough to film in at the time, but don't know how much has changed. I mean, I don't know what type of area this is. I don't know if we're going to get stabbed or macheted or set on fire or eaten. I mean, but yeah, what this street has seen and over the course of the whole entire series of Rab C Nesbitt is Christ, the shit that's happened in the street over the...
Probably. The window, remember, when it was on fire? When she was getting the bailiffs at the door?
Yeah, that was the start of the episode, Holiday.
Aye.
The tick men come to the door. Or actually come screeching in with the cars round the corners, fucking guns blazing. And then Rab's up at the window with a pellet gun, shooting them away.
Right, boys, let's beat it. This is worse than the Alamo.
Aye, run, you... Run! Burn, Davy, burn!
Hey.
Pierre Mullen getting chased in that wee hill there.
Aye, right there from that wee opening.
Should have brought a pitchfork through for a drop.
What else? The episode when, what's his name? Rab chucks the telly out the window and it hits Jamesy and then he falls down that. There should be a manhole there.
God bless, it's one and all.
But yeah, the stuff this street has seen.
Alright, Rab. This is where we used to stay, mine.
Aye, in the context of the show, Jamesy lived in that house right there. Because that episode when the tick men come wanting their sleep centre back, Ella and Jamesy are at the door and they're shouting, "You'll no find us in your books, everything in this house is bought and paid for, like our continental holiday to the Costa del Sol."
Hey, Rab! Give him with 2 fingers! Shove it right up him!
While we're on the subject, what are your names, by the way?
You'll not find us in your books. Yous have got no hooks in the quarters. Everything in this house is bought and paid for, including our continental holiday.
Hey! We're going to the Costa del Sol!
But no the touristy part of the Costa del Sol, no. We're going to the old, quaint old fishing village part.
Jimmer.
Yeah, but there should be a manhole down here. Because when Rab throws the telly at the window, it hits Jamesy here, and then Jamesy falls down, and Bernie comes along and says, "God bless us, one and all." And then he's begging him to go and get his dad, but Bernie calls him a bam and puts the lid over it. And then that's when Gash comes down here and gets on the wee homemade go-kart, and then they go off down here.
Bernie, gonna hit your dad. Hurry up! Stupid bam! Bunny! No! Bunny! But don't go away! Hey, taxi!
And you get me, man. Right. We belong to European City of Culture.
Dear old European City of Culture tune.
There's something the matter with European culture.
It's an iconic location for Scottish comedy.
I've actually got butterflies in my fucking stomach. I'm actually here outside one of Scotland's most iconic comedy TV characters' house. Fucking hell. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to leave here and then all this stuff's going to come to my head, what I wish I would have said and talked about. In case we get stabbed. You think that's what that woman was meaning?
She just meant it's not the best place to live, but it doesn't seem dangerous. It's like back at 10 on a Saturday morning as well, so.
Suppose. Nah, they'll still be on it at this time for the night before.
Up all night on the jellies.
But the people that live in that house, I don't know if they get pestered with folk like us all the time.
Like didn't seem like it.
They're probably used to it. I think she was being sarcastic.
Oh, right, okay.
As if to say, no.
Ah, okay.
But yep, there he is, the living legend.
Here's the Ticky Men coming.
The living legend's house himself, Rabs. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm here. I mean, imagine the stories that house could tell you. I mean, I used to always think that we only used exterior shots for the house, but inside was on a set. But we spoke to one of the neighbours, and I wish I'd filmed it, but they told us it was all filmed in that house. Christ. Oh well. Aye, so when Rab C Nesbitt aired, it was an instant hit in Scotland. I mean, Scottish audiences loved it. I mean, it hit home for a lot of Scottish people, especially the working class and folk on the dole. I mean, it made light of a lot of serious issues that working class people and folk on the dole go through. It covered sensitive subjects like cancer.
Then I can tell you, your survival chances are slim. Gastric cancer is normally fatal unless it can be treated surgically.
So, a quick wee snip and then it's you and I up the David Lloyd Club for a game of tennis, eh?
Yours can't be treated surgically.
Alcohol-related illnesses.
You see these spots here? Those chart the progress of the disease known as cirrhosis.
What you try to tell me?
I'm telling you, very simply, that unless you drastically reduce the level of your alcohol intake, you will be dead within a year.
You mean 12 months, like? Oh, come on now, come on. We're not coming to a wee arrangement here, eh? I tell you what. I'll start taking a wee dash of lime in my buckfast and you can maybe add a wee bit of injury time onto my life expectancy kind of style, you know?
And drugs?
Serious. I'll tell you one thing about government. At least we're up front about our drugs problem. Take a swatch.
All right, you young scallywag, what can I get you? The usual, is it?
Aye. A Neapolitan, please, Gramps.
Upper and down and mix with a sprinkling of crushed Nembutal, right? Oh, I'm all out of Nembutal, son. Oh, but see, it's you. I could crush you up one of my angina tablets in raspberry sauce. Would you like that?
And seeing it as you, I could crush your lovable old nose one with my forehead. Would you like that?
But it still made light out of these serious and sensitive subjects. I mean, some of them were the basis for some of the most memorable and hilarious ever episodes of Rab C Nesbitt. I mean, I put it down to that we know how to have a laugh and rip the piss out of ourselves up here in Scotland. But Rab C Nesbitt, it didn't do so well down in England, and I'm not surprised. I mean, a lot of the criticism was the fact that a lot of English people didn't understand our strong, raw, rough Scottish Glaswegian accents, and they couldn't grasp none of the dialect. But yeah, in the episode when Gash runs away to London and Rab goes looking for him, they even make light of it in that episode.
Excuse me, Jim. I'm sorry to bother you in that, but I'm trying to get to SITCOM. No, the wife's cousin's going to grease a billet there and that, so I'm wanting to know how to get there and that. No. What? SITCOM. I'm trying to get to SITCOM.
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
You can't understand what I'm saying. Oh, is that the fact? Well, answer me this, boy. Do you watch the television? Eh? Do you watch Neighbours?
Neighbours, yes.
Do you understand that?
Of course.
Well, that's a funny thing, isn't it? That's a funny thing. Because I will tell you, that is Australian, by the way. That comes from halfway around the other side of the world, you know. And I just come for 5 minutes up the road in Glasgow. So if you can understand that, you can understand me. So in future, clean your bloody ears out. Like them damn stick.
It's true. Right, here we are at Rookin Glen Park. This is a very special place in Rab C Nesbitt's history because it was featured in the very first ever episode of the official series.
Aye, yes.
Fucking
series
Rookin Glen. It sounds like a fucking a Street Fighter special move, like Ryu's Hadouken. Rookin Glen. Rookin Glen.
Rookin Glen. Aye.
But yeah, this is like one of another funny moment that happened in Rab C Nesbitt. The episode work, very first episode, Rab gets a job
He's getting the job of the park attendant. Basically.
Yeah, basically he's getting threatened with if he doesn't take a job, his dole's gonna get stopped.
Now then, here's a list of community enterprise vacancies. You're to choose one now or forfeit your benefit.
I don't want a job. I don't want a job.
Yes, well, we must all do things we don't want to do in life, Mr. Nesbitt.
Hey! I just saw the door shut playing. Hey! How do you know just black me up and send me out to pick cotton and I've done with it?
Thank you, Mr. Nesbitt. We'll be getting in touch.
See? Well, I will tell you this, boy. I will tell you this. I will take your job. I'll take your job, but I'll take it. I will never work. Never. I will skive, and skive again to save the lifestyle I love. Do I make myself clear?
Perfect.
So yeah, he gets a job maintaining the park, sweeping up the leaves, and what is it happens? There's an earlier scene where Rab and Jamesy's sitting on a bench over there. I think the bench is gone now, but it's when Rab's. What is it? He's asking Jamesy if
marital guidance off Jamesy member.
Aye, but he's asking. Jamesy's saying that he bumped into Mary, and Rab's asking her when you spoke to her. Aye, but was there an undercurrent? I crave Rab, I ache for him. She's like, no, she just said hello, Rab. And then wee Bernie comes over. What is it he says? He says, what you been
putting in these sandwiches? Where'd you get the phone? Scrape out of the sole of your shoe.
Rab starts whacking him with the newspaper, I think, or boots him away.
What's the matter with your face?
These pussies, they're minging. Where did you get the fillings? Scrape it off the sole of your shoe.
Hey, I don't know what's good for you, a wee swine. You see that? Did you see that? Eh? Waynes, Jamesy, Waynes. Eh?
Or is it no a broom shaft?
Oh, I can't mind it. But then he goes back to he's like, see that, Jamesy? Waynes, Jamesy.
Hold on,
But then later on in the episode, he's sweeping up. He's got back with Mary.
Aye.
And what is it happens? Mary comes over, gives him his piece, saying, Mary, Rab, I forgot your piece. And she's like, you'll not have time to eat those. It's far too much work to do. She's like, oh, who says? I say, I'm the administrator for the parks or whatever, and effectively his employer. And she's like, well,
I haven't got a fancy job title.
Well, I don't have a fancy career or fancy job title. I'm just a wee housewife, so I wouldn't even attempt to argue with you. And she's like, well, good. And no, I'll just get down to it and give you the severe milking sticks of heat in her. And she falls in. It'd probably be right here.
Aye, about there.
Maybe, aye. I doubt it was here, because that ramp wasn't there. That looked too shallow.
I've got the boats anywhere.
But that's what I was saying. This wasn't concrete in that episode. This was like boardwalks. This was a boardwalk.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing there's no boats anymore, so I don't know if they've done away with the boats.
Here, Rab, I brought your pieces. You forgot them.
I'll not have time to eat those. He's got far too much work to do.
Oh, no? Who says?
I do. I am an area administrator for the Parks and Amenities Department, and effectively your husband's employer. I say.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm just a wee housewife. No, I don't have the big career or the fancy talk or nothing like that, so I wouldn't even attempt to argue with you.
Good.
No, instead, I'll get right down to it and give you the severe milking.
Really? I'm the man. That's my job.
This is a modern marriage. We share the workload.
See that? You see that, eh? What a woman. She's got me spoiled rotten.
Aye, Rookinglen Park. Rookinglen Park, where Rab C. Nesbitt, the very first episode was filmed. Christ, I wish that bench was still there. Rab would be sitting in that, just, yeah, being Jamesy.
Aye, Rab.
But yeah, Rookie Glen Park.
Mostly just ducks these days.
An iconic Rab C Nesbitt location. Right. Right, see the show, it's called Rab C Nesbitt, but it's not just Rab that makes the show. I mean, it's full of all these funny as fuck characters that are unique and mental in their own way. Yeah, I mean, they're all memorable, and I strongly believe that a lot of them have the potential to star in their own spin-offs. Yeah, their own shows in the starring role, and I'm deadly serious. I mean, just look at Doddy. I mean, I often wonder what the hell he does in his spare time whenever he's not in the fucking Two Ways pub.
Oh, this stuff's the best yet, Rab. I've only had half a pint, and I've gone blind in one eye, and some of my teeth have dropped out. Look.
You see, kids? Stay off drugs.
But anyway, you've got the main man himself, Rab C Nesbitt, played by Gregor Fisher. He's just a total alcoholic waster that spends most of his time in his local pub, the Two Ways, getting absolutely bluttered with his pals, and then he goes about getting him selling shit or causes shit or just starts ranting and raving at someone or something, God knows what.
Well, fair enough. I'm a useless bastard, but at least I can put a smile on my face now and again, I'll tell you that.
Away and raffle yourself.
Don't you raffle me, boy, I'll give you a raffle.
You're a mug.
I'll give you a See that? You see that? Aggression there, you see that? It's punters like that. It's punters like that. He Glasgow a bad name, so it's...
He's got his own self-styled street philosophies that are actually pretty accurate and true, and he sums up situations and puts them into perspective. I mean, he usually does this while addressing the audience by breaking the fourth wall. So, yeah, he's actually very, very intelligent and got a strong head for being a pure alky waster.
Our family has jokes, eh? I mean, look about, what did you say? Highlights and headlights, shell sets and impetigo. I mean, what culture have we got left, you know? We owe our allegiance to the clan Reebok, and our national dress is now the hunting umbro. You know, I'll bet even Andy Stewart keeps a Stanley knife down his throat where his duck used to be. And we're still jumping about the place saying, where's the Lakers? Where's the Lakers? Where's the Lakers? Every bastard's Lakers. That's a real bloody trouble. Your scum world is strutting about the place like a Pearl and Dean advert. And they haven't even got two halfpennies to chaff their bollocks with. Yeah, I'm supposed to think if I pump on a kilt and close my eyes and think of Caledonia, that'll take the mushrooms off the wood and the barnacles off my liver. Well, you're not on. You are not bloody well on.
And then you've got Mary, poor woman, Rab's long-suffering wife. She's the bedrock that holds the family together and is the voice of reason, but after all the shit that Rab's done to her or dragged her into, she's left him a few times, but always ends up back with him.
Man, come on. We have known each other too long to let a pun of deed meat come between us.
Let's leave our sex life out of this, will we? I don't know what smells worse. Our marriage, are they bloody sausages? Well, I have had enough, boy. I am tired of being a scumball. I want respectability. I'm off.
I will go well. Bloody well go. Go on. And good bloody riddance. Go on, Peter. I'm sick carrying you in my back.
She does realise she's made the wrong choice in life by marrying Rab, but she's accepted that that's just the way it is, and she gets on with it. But she's no innocent angel either. There is times she has her moments when she's just as mad and mental and kicks off like Rab does.
True growth.
Shut up! You try taking the Olympian view when your ass is in the grubber, because that's where I've been all my life.
All right with you?
Aye, all right, Rab. I see you haven't quite cracked the respectability yet then, eh?
Oi! You nicked, you bastard!
Take that, you swine!
And you've got Rab and Mary's two delinquent kids, Gash and Bernie.
What about yourself? Where are you after?
Oh, well, I'm taking this one to the correction unit and that one to the child psychologist. So can I govern equivalent of a family picnic, no?
See and enjoy yourself. Cheerio, hen.
Cheerio, Isa.
The oldest of the two is Gash, played by Andrew Fairley, and I think he's meant to be about 16, 17. But yeah, at that age he's already on his way to becoming a full-blown alky or druggy or just a pure jakey.
Oh, it's you! And where have you been? Have you been drinking again?
Gonna give us a break, eh? I mean, I don't drink. I was up at youth club playing table tennis. Aye, using your eyes as ping pong balls, more like it, eh? Shut it, you.
Oh, pack that in, yous. See you. Do you want to end up a dirty knee user like your dad?
Aye, the shit he's done throughout the show. He's like dabbled with drugs, joined religious sects, theft by ram raiding. He's even run away from home. I mean, a lot of the stuff he does that for is because there's always usually a girl involved. But yeah, one of the most maddest, shitpottest ideas he's ever came up with in one of the episodes was he had this genius plan to phone child services or child protection services, child welfare, whatever, and say that him and his brother Bernie are being abused by his mum and dad, so they'll get taken into care, and all because he thought it'd be the bestest place to meet and pull birds.
Stop this! Well, don't blame me. It was your idea to phone the welfare and kid on we were being abused. You said if we get put in a home there'd be vandalism, dangerous drugs and violence. All right. So I'm an idealist. I thought it'd be a good place to meet birds.
Ah, so there you are. Mr. Jethro tells me you've been making difficulties, that you've been bad boys. Well, we have ways of dealing with troublemakers.
Oh, aye. So you'd be pumping us in solitary then, eh?
Exactly. In you go.
This is solitary.
Yes, well, it is until we solve our overcrowding problem.
Cheer up. Maybe it's an Ann Summers party.
And you've got the youngest Nesbitt kid, Bernie, played by Eric Cullen.
Oh, what the hell you doing?
I smell nookie.
He's way worse than Gash. I mean, he's a proper teenage tearaway delinquent, and he's caused many a headache for Rab and Mary over the years. He always ticking school, always giving Rab and Mary cheek, which will result in him getting a severe hide-in. Christ, he even became a Nazi at one point.
Listen you hearing me, boy, the only way this book is going to turn you into a tall Aryan god is if you stand in the bloody thing.
Laugh, go on. Bloody laugh. See this book? This book was wrote for blokes like me. See, 6 months ago, I was a vandal. But now, I'm an active patriot. Zeke Heil!
Gertie, go on, Gertie. Good step, is it? Good step. Get your ass out that door before I stick my toe up your wishbone. Go on, get! You see that? You see that?
He also discovered he had a hidden talent for art and painting, which was the basis for one of the episodes, but he soon chucked it when he realised it still wouldn't get him his hole.
Bernie painted it off that old photo you in the living room.
My boy done that.
Yes.
What do you
think? You're not getting very much away, are you pleased?
Please, please, please. For once in my life, I feel like a somebody.
What's the point of being gifted if you can't get your knack, can you?
But yeah, Bernie is funny as fuck, and I'd say he's one of the best characters in the show. Every scene he's in, he steals it. I mean, yeah, he's been the centre of some of the most funniest moments out of the whole Rab C Nesbitt show, and he's also had some of the most funniest lines in the entire show.
Don't touch me. Just don't touch me.
Why not?
It's psychological.
Away. It's 'cause he's forgiven. See up here, we're that macho. It's only poofs that hump women.
And you've got Jamesy and Ella Cotter, who are husband and wife and are Rab and Mary's best friends.
Could you no try and keep your screaming down? I don't want the whole beach to know I married a stumer.
You're a hard woman, Ella Cotter. I'll tell you one, this is the nearest I've come to a whole flush since I married you.
Aye, Jamesy, who's played by Tony Roper and is Rab's best mate, and he's always seen wearing that shabby tartan blue jacket with those fusty, well-worn faded jeans, and yeah, he's a total piece of shite. He's a snivelling, two-faced, weasel-dicked rat that would probably sell his own mother for whatever the cost of a pint of lager would be. He's got no redeemable qualities. He's just a pure low-life rat. I mean, even his own wife despises him.
Oh, steady you, we don't want any trouble here. They might bar us for a Gaelic. I'm not caring. He's claimed. Oh, you don't understand what these wee places is like. I mean, if they don't like you, they don't do normal things like bushwhack you in your way to the lavies. They take you up their braes and they shag you and eat you.
Now, if you put it
You know, I'll and drink some of our welcome.
But as I said, he's Rab's best mate, and Rab always sticks by him, and even though that he constantly drags Rab into his own bullshit that he's created, and 9 times out of 10 it's always to do with because he's been pissing about with some other woman.
Together we'll go dancing in the cool night. Mary! Come on!
Oh, jive bunny. You better get your arse in gear pronto and get up that Southern General Intensive Care Unit.
What for?
Ella's took an overdose.
Mary, wait down!
Atmosphere. I love a party with a happy atmosphere. Come on. Wives, I mean, what are they like, huh? They'll do anything to spell your night. Oh! What are you doing that for? Selfish bitch.
And Jamesy's other half, Ella, played by Barbara Rafferty.
Ella, I'm not going to forget this, no?
No, Jamesy. I'll make damn sure of that. You get the chance, you might like to swivel that sugly shooter of yours round to pick up this. It's a solicitor's letter, applying for a legal separation. You might like to consult one yourself, once you've recovered the power of speech, that is.
Ella Cotter, you're an evil bosom, so you are.
Get it right, pal.
With her beehive hairdo, she's a vicious woman. I mean, she actually hates Jamesy so much, and she's even said before that just thinking about Jamesy makes her skin crawl. But she's married to him, and she's stuck with him, and she realises this, and she just accepts that this is her life, and she just gets on with it and acts accordingly. I mean, she dreams about murdering Jamesy, and she's been close to it a few times.
Alright, Rab. Jamesy,
What you did here?
Ella stabbed me. She discovered I was up at singles club.
How'd she manage to find out?
She was there too. Ain't that right, Ella Hen?
Shut it, you!
It's usually because Jamesy's been busted cheating on her, but here's the thing. She's just as bad. She cheats on Jamesy whenever she gets a chance as well.
Ella, this is Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm the lodger.
Pleased to meet you, Joe.
Pleased to meet you, Ella.
Are you alright, Ella? Can I get you anything?
Start with a dry pair of knickers.
And you've got Andra and Doddy, who are played by Ian McCall and Brian Pettifer, and they're always in the Two Ways pub getting pissed with Rab and Jamesy.
I expect you'll be dashing off now to get your New Year carry-out.
This is our New Year carry-out.
Snap, big man.
Think I'm crazy? Not when I'm driving.
See you.
These two are joined at the hip and are never ever seen without one or the other. Andra, he's the sensible one out of a lot of them, but he's the one that always gets picked on, and he's always the butt of most of their jokes by them all. One time he did have enough and he asked Rab for a square go, but he soon regretted it.
I used to respect you, Nesbitt, but it's time you moved out for a bigger man.
What's that fact?
And who might that be like?
Come ahead, Nesbitt. Young blood rules, okay?
I'm warning you. Any violence in your bard.
Oh, relax. I'm not going to fight anybody.
I don't know what's more yellow. You are that thing.
I mean, why should I resort to violence when I've got a wee pet to do that kind of thing for me? Ship. Kill.
Right, I've just had a bit enough.
I know you're going to tell me. Cockfighting's illegal.
Name of God, what kind of canary is that?
That is a governed canary, that. That is a pit bull canary.
And Doddy, Christ, he's mentally insane. There's definitely something damaged in there, like some of the stuff he's come out with will just make you think, what the hell? Like just casually telling the rest of them while standing at the bar about his brother's potential cold case missing person murder as if it was nothing.
My father believed in discipline. But I'll say this for him. He always knew where to draw the line.
Where did he draw the line, Daddy?
Murder. He lamped my brother Tommy out of head with a frying pan for picking all the sugar granules off a Paris bun and replacing them with air gun pellets. And I'll tell you this. Tommy might have ended up in a shallow grave in the Elder Park. But he never did it again.
So never did him any harm then, Doddy, eh?
Thanks very much for sharing that with the group, Doddy.
He's still sniffing that shoe polish.
Yeah, I've always wanted to know what these two get up to in their spare time whenever they're not in the Two Ways pub with Rab and Jamesy. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, I would love to see that. I think there possibly could be enough potential there for their own spin-off in SITCOM, but I don't think we'll ever know now. Right, here we are at, what's it called, Scotty?
Bingham's Pond, mate.
Bingham's Pond, and one of my most favourite, funniest fuck bits that happened in the whole Rab C Nesbitt series happened in this very pond. It was the episode with the canary.
That's entertainment.
Go on, here, fetch! Go on! Oh! Look at that, look at him! He's a headstrong wee swine to us. I know what you're thinking, by the way. Mental governed bastard. Ah, you're bloody right. Don't you ever forget it.
It also has, who was the actor that played God in Acid House?
Oh, I can't remember.
So Bob Coyle meets him in the pub.
I can't remember the boy's name. He's in a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Cosmo, is it? No.
Nah, that's played Hamish's dad in Rab C. He's in Rab C, but he played Hamish's dad in Braveheart. But he played Rab's headmaster.
Yeah.
You all know my philosophy. Children should be seen and not heard. And free dinner children shouldn't be seen at all.
I don't know the guy's name.
Oh.
They were at Bingham's Pond, a lot more peaceful than the last location we were at.
Yeah, I do feel like we're going to get stabbed here.
We've not been warned by anyone.
Or fucking bummed or macheted.
Unless the ducks have been getting fed something.
Yeah, and Buckfast and fucking... what's another Glasgow delicacy?
Thunderbird. Super strength tenants.
But yeah, the actor played, what's his name? Bob Gordon Acid House. He plays a cannibal in Rab C Nesbitt episodes.
Young McGurn.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the local govern like nutters.
The bigger nutter than Rab.
What are you looking at? You want devoured, eh?
No. He's after Jamesy because Jamesy's, as he describes it, podgering his daughter. He's pissed off that his daughter's involved with an older married man.
What do we know about this walking dinner that's been whapping the meat up our Tracy?
Nothing much, that. But he left his footprint on the sill just as he disappeared at the kitchen window.
I see. Did you not get a swatch at his coupon?
Nah, no really. He was a kind of pathetic looking, middle-aged grunter, no.
So, what is it?
Anyway, they end up doing it at Bingham's Pond with the canary and they do the whole...
No, but like, on the... Young McGunn's got Jamesy hostage on the rooftop. He's dangling him off the side of a building.
Aye.
And then the police make Rab a deal. We'll waiver all your fines and all that if you go up and have a word with him to talk him down, and he does.
All right.
All right. You mental?
Well, I do my best, no. What yourself?
Psychotic. With cannibalistic tendencies. That kind of gives me seniority.
I suppose so, aye.
Hey, Rab! It's good to see you. Well, here you anyway.
Shut up, you! You tortured my daughter!
Come on, for God's sake. I mean, so did half a goblin. We get him on chairs, I mean, we're seats out there in the Odeon and Rent Beale Street.
But he jumps off the building.
Aye.
And then he gives the police psychologist his canary to hold. But he ends up landing on them.
Right, you bombs! You asked for it!
No a bad haul, eh? One police inspector, 2 social workers and a psychologist. Shit!
And then it cuts to showing young McGunn's funeral procession, and then we come down here. I think it's here, but James is like, Rab, I've prepared a funeral for a covered canary. And then they light it and they push it out, and that depressing sort of like funeral music kicks in, and then it cuts to fucking, you see the wee boat they've made out of tenant's lager can and with a cornflakes.
It's a sale.
It's a sale. It just gets taken out by a boulder, and then it cuts to Gash and Bernie saying, well, that's the way they would have wanted it. And then Rab and Jamesy and his 2 pals, Doddy and Andra, chase him. Which, aye, right down there.
Rab, I have prepared the funeral for a governed canary.
Thanks, James. Thanks very much.
It's the way he would have wanted it.
Thinking is right down there, but I think maybe the landscape's changed a bit in the 30 years or so.
I'm sure it's here, because this all checks out.
It looks a bit right, eh?
The only thing in the episode, none of this is here, of a swampy, overgrown marsh. But yeah, I think this is it.
A classic location for Rab C though. One of the better episodes.
That was a funny as fuck episode.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, yeah, I just wanted to come to this bit, catalogue it, document it, because yeah, it's like one of the most, it's one of the bits in the whole entire Rab C Nesbitt that has me pissing myself. But yeah, see Rab C Nesbitt, it just wasn't an extremely funny Scottish sitcom. It's had some of the most, and now classic, moments in Scottish TV history. Like this classic moment.
What am I telling you this, but you don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Bandit, huh? Bandit! Oh, amigo mio! You tell a bastard! You tell a bastard! Hands across the sea, brother! Hands across the sea! Adios! There's none that shows your face more. Hey, in human nature is meeting some poor bastard that's just as mad as yourself, yeah?
And this?
Well, let's see now.
Dear God!
Jet.
Was that a fact? I thought it was a coup, a banger up at
So yeah, here's some of my most favourite and funniest bits that's happened on the Rab C Nesbitt show.
Hey, you stripping a walla here, eh? You want me to strip it for you?
Stay there, man, for God's sake.
I'm sorry, Ella. No offence, you know. It's just that have fun with spiritual home. Here among the Anguses, Rab, you know. Rab. See the Anguses, they're your brothers, Rab, you know.
Aye, all right. Just sit down, Moggy. You're just making an ass of yourself here.
Look at Scotland, Rab. That's sure handsome. Come on. Let's hear it for the Chichters. It's a struggle on your soil. It's a struggle on mine. Ich bin ein sheepshagger.
Who are you calling a sheepshagger?
Look at the physiology in that. The A to Z of the human psyche. 17 years old and he's so anally retentive he's still shiting rusks. Human frame bare to the nerve. You see underneath it all, the notion of some infinitely gentle, infinitely suffering thing.
You got me, you ugly big bastard.
Don't you speak to me like that, I'll stick my fist in your pulmonary tract.
Shut it, yous. I'm trying to tally up here.
Well, not shut it. It's his fault my bird shocked me.
Don't talk mince. What do you mean? Well, there isn't a bird in Govan, isn't it? Calluses and elbows from giving you the nudge.
Look, Custom isn't like that. I mean, she was religious.
Oh, and what the hell difference did that make, eh? She sang hymns to you when she was telling you to get your hair suit a cow. Detest thou to buggery, you ugly little runt.
Oh, the swine that you are! That's it, good enough!
Damn it! You're traitorous sweet swine that you are!
What maybe he does request? Do you know, blanket on the ground?
Oh, that's a good song, blanket on the ground. No, come on, everybody. Tell me when that, you know. She come to America in actual fact. America, that's just down the road for Peru, innit?
No, I sing only of the llama. Oh, stuff a bloody llama. Geez, one we all know. Mon.
Ah, exactly. Come on, one we can stamp our feet to, one we can all join in the chorus. Hey, come on.
See, I come. Right, see. Keep your bugger off pronto. Me and the other Aztecs is going to take you round the cut out Andes and gaze up, pummeling that lassie till next culture here. Understood?
That doesn't sound like Aztec talk to me. What the hell part of Peru do you come from?
Paisley. As far as you the Social Security snoopers is concerned, I'm the bloody Sun King, okay?
What's he? It's like that, it's like that. Well, I will tell you this, boy. You can't work in this city unless you get your visa stamped.
Why? And where do I do that, like?
Right here.
Right, that's it. I've had enough of your jibes and your taunts. Yous have got my Maddie up now. Hey, Levy Ashen, gaze that ball. If any of you bastards laugh, I'll kill you! Right. That was a definite smack. You're clean!
You no DJ, I thought that curse should have worked by now.
Don't you start, you feeble-minded 4th Division Faust that you are. Look at you. You think you're malevolent, don't you? Standing there in a conjurer's cloak with a dog with a bloody cornet on its knacker, Listen, you hear me. There is no devil. Satan does not exist.
Take that in you, that's blasphemy.
Well, I'll tell you, if it does exist, why does he not just strike me down? Why does he not just do his worst now? Come on, you dirty big horny swine at ya! Do your worst, come on! See?
Are you alright?
Hey, Da! War cry!
I've never felt this Jake in years. And I haven't even had a swallow yet.
Aye. It's really quite pleasant, isn't it?
I've never told you this. You're a hell of a good-looking woman. Well, I caught her, by the way.
And I've never told you this, Rab Nesbitt. See you. You're an ugly-looking bastard. Take your mitts off of me. Skewer your tackle with my manicure set.
See? It's like that. It's like that. Hey, Bud Lancaster.
What?
If I'm not getting yours, you're not getting mine.
Yeah, and that's just some of the bits. I mean, the whole series is filled with classic and funny as hell moments like that. I mean, they're just some of the bits that have me pissing myself with laughter every time I watch Rab C. And here we are. This was Rab C Nesbitt's local watering hole, the Two Ways pub. As you can see, it's had a makeover. It's now the Brass Monkeys. Yep, fucking. What's the name of the street? Where are we, Scotty? It's not Finniston.
Argyle Street. It's Argyle Street. You can see the original tenant sign still there though. That stood the test of time.
But yeah, the amount of crazy shit outside here is seen over the course of over 67 or 68
many a pint.
episodes of Rab C Nesbitt happened. Yeah, I mean, fuck's sake.
It's a busy city centre pub.
Well, let's cross over. Got so many great moments. I mean, Rab and James, would have came in and out that door so many times over the course of the show. Right here in the World Cup special when they go to Italy in 1990, the minibus would have been parked right there and...
Where we go, man? What, boys?
Look, that bus is due to leave any minute. Where the hell's Nesbitt?
He'll be here, right?
Also, one of my other famous, favouriteest, funniest bits out of the whole series of Rab C Nesbitt happened right there on that sidewalk, this very sidewalk right here. It's back to the episode with Peter Mullen as the Warlock.
Oh, aye.
Life has meaning. Well, the whole episode's like religious themed, and they're in the pub and Gash comes in. He's like been he's like
a wee Buddha sort of.
Yeah, like a Hare Krishna. He shaved his head, he's wearing like a curtain because you can still see the curtain clips.
Flower for the lady.
Gosh, what the hell have you done to yourself, son?
Oh no, my name's no Gash now. It's Delicate Child of the Eternal Moon.
Aye, Mary's getting Rab shit because she's turned to Christianity and she's got a what they call a do-gooder tin collecting for the underprivileged, and Rab says to her, I'm underprivileged but I didn't see you waving a tin in my behalf, and she goes, I wouldn't rattle a stick in a shite pail for you.
You spare a few coins, please.
Mary doll, what are you doing here?
Collecting for the underprivileged. Many are so grateful now.
You're bloody right. Because I'm underprivileged, but I don't see you rattling a tin in my behalf.
You? I wouldn't rattle a stick in a shite pail for you, pal. Bless you.
Aye, Gash comes in and Mary's like, Gash, what you done to yourself? Oh no, name's no Gash anymore, it's Eternal Child of the Delicate Moon. Rab goes, what's he gibbering about? And he's like,
I've joined a rare religious sect. We believe in the innate harmony of the universe, so I've changed my swining name to Delicate Child of the Eternal Sod Moon. So do you want to buy a bloody flower, don't you?
Matter of fact, I'll take the whole sodden bunch.
Well, good. It's about time you treat my ma better.
and then Rab grabs the flowers and tries to force it down his throat.
They're not for your ma, son. These are for you. See, because I'm going to ram these down your delicate, bloody karma hole! Come here!
Religion's certainly changed the Nesbitts, hasn't it? Aye. It's made them more at one with each other.
So Norrie, the barman, throws him out this very entrance.
Go on, get it, and don't come back.
Aye, so he gets chucked out, comes to here, and then Rab starts fucking just spewing piss shit. Norrie, the barman.
I'll no bloody well be back. Go on. May your tongue be cleaved to the roof of your dental plate, and may your beer cellar be visited by a plague of locusts. When you'll have to chase you on a bloody barflies personally. So rag!
And then he walks off. And then he gets stopped by some wee fucking gimp, some wee Christian do-gooder with and he says to him, "Leaflet, sir," and Rab's like, "Nah, it's alright, nah." And then the guy goes, "Well, it won't harm you to take one," and then Rab does.
Leaflet, sir?
No thank you.
Well, it wouldn't harm you to take one.
And it wouldn't harm you to take one of these. Yeah. When I say no, I mean no.
Then puts it on his arse, right here. You can still see that building in the background in that very shot.
So aye, it's 2 weeks.
I think that building was there. I mean, I forget. I mean, I've got to keep reminding myself, episodes were all like fucking over 30 years ago. But yeah, as I said, this street has seen so many fucking funny and crazy moments in Scottish comedy TV history. Oh wait, now, the mural. It's like, yeah, they've got some sort of...
Mural.
Eh?
It's called a mural, not a mural.
Muriel's wedding, a mural. Yeah, like even they recognise this was like Rab C Nesbitt's local, the Two Ways pub. Right on the side of this very building. Right, Scotty. Pint in.
Pint time.
Right. So yeah, Rab C Nesbitt, funny as fuck. Love him to bits, and I still put him on every now and again when I'm wanting to watch something that I know that'll have me in stitches. I mean, he truly is a unique and one of a kind character. I mean, I'd say he's just as iconic and up there with the likes Charlie Chaplin's The Tramp. Yeah, I think he'll go down in history in that same calibre of comedy creation. But yeah, one of the things that I really love about Rab C Nesbitt is, like, see if he's got a problem with you or doesn't like you, he'll just get you telt and he'll no hold back.
No offence, lady. I have to tell you, you're one of the most surface bitches I have ever had people on in my cup. I mean, what the hell are you doing here at all? Some bugger leave the gate open at the abattoir or what?
Oh, you dare you speak to me like...
Aye, and Rab's brought to life by Gregor Fisher's incredible acting. It's like, in real life, he sounds nothing like Rab.
What kind of reaction do you get from Scotland on old Rab C?
Well, you mean you're talking about stereotypical Scots and things?
So you're letting the side down.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry, was he Scottish?
Yes. Frightful, isn't it? No, I don't get any bad reactions. It's quite the opposite. People seem to quite like him, really.
Do you think he's a fair stereotype? Other people, there's nobody left like that in Scotland. Scotland is Glasgow is a garden city.
I think there are people like Nesbitt sort of parading about the place everywhere, really. You go down to Victoria bus station and there'll be one Nesbitt ranting at the moon, Manchester's. I don't think there's anything typically
But Glasgow
Scots
is the cultural city of Europe.
Indeed it is.
And garden city.
Oh, yes.
And surprisingly, he hated playing Rab. He thought it was demeaning and embarrassing. I mean, he's actually from a posh family. He grew up on a farm in the countryside, and yeah, I'm sure he changed his tune when Rab became a Scottish comedy icon and it made him a shit ton of money. But also to the rest of the cast of Rab C Nesbitt. I mean, everybody that's in it, their acting and performances is just incredible. Some of the best on Scottish TV, and that's what brought their performances so convincingly to life. And another thing, see series 1 to 3, well, that was the golden era of Rab C Nesbitt. Everything it made Rab C Nesbitt great and hilarious all happened in the first 3 series. Yeah, that was the benchmark of Rab C Nesbitt. All the bestest and classic stuff happened in the first 3 series, but see, from season 4 right up to its final season in 2014, it just wasn't the same. There was something missing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still hilarious and funny, but it just couldn't capture that magic that was created in the first 3 series, and I just can't explain why. I don't know if anybody else feels the same, but something was missing. Honestly, my brain tries to think what could possibly be different, but I don't know. But so anytime I ever watch Rab C Nesbitt, it's always the first 3 series. And also, wee Bernie, who was played by Eric Cullen, after season 3, he got himself in some serious shit behind the scenes. It turned out he was part of some paedophile ring in Glasgow, and because it was a high profile court case, He wasn't allowed to return as Bernie for season 4, so reworked his character and created a new character called Screech. He was Nesbitt's nephew who was coming to live with him, and I think he was played by, is it David Mackay or David McKay?
What's up, Uncle Rab? Are you choking on a ring pool?
Like you. Thought you were up that correction you. Thought you were in detention for roasting that therapist in a spit.
Hey, that wasn't me. I've got an alibi. I was torching the Granada at the time.
Well, I'm glad to see you're learning sense, eh?
Yeah, it was a load of shite. It just wasn't the same. I mean, it was basically Bernie with a palette swap, and a few lines of dialogue had been rewritten just to suit it between back and forward with the Nesbitts and Gash, and yeah, just wasn't the same. He just was no wee Bernie.
Daddy, what's in the wee container?
What container?
Right, Mammy says Auntie Ella's not feeling very well. That's why she's lying down in your bed.
Oh, that's a shame. Is that what's in the wee container, Daddy? Is it special medicine for Auntie Ella?
That's right, aye, special medicine. I'm going to rub it in your Auntie Ella's chest.
Oh, that's nice. See when you've rubbed it in her chest, Dad?
Aye.
Is she going to rub baby oil in yours and suck it off like chocolate?
On your terrible hoodlum, you're gone.
But after the court case was over, Eric Cullen got asked to come back to play Bernie, and he was all for it, and just maybe, I think it was like a few days before filming was due to start, he died from complications from an operation to get a twisted bowel sorted, so that was that. But anyway, that's my look at Rab C Nesbitt, my most favourite sitcom and comedy show of all time. If you live in Scotland and you've never seen it before, I highly recommend you give it a try. And whatever you do, please start from the very beginning, trust me. So yeah, we'll just leave it there, and I'm going to go and have a pint in Rab's Local, the Two Ways pub. Here we are, we're in the fucking
legendary pub.
The Two Ways pub, where Rab C Nesbitt was set.
Which is now called the Brass Monkeys.
What's
And as
this
much
place?
as it's Brass Monkeys outside, it's actually quite warm and pleasant in here.
What kind of pub would you say this is? Type of vibe?
Mid-market wine bar type.
A wine bar?
Aye. Certainly not an alky den anywhere.
No barflies, no useless fusty wasters, alky.
Aye. The gyro munching.
No Rab, no Jamesy, no Doddy, no Andra.
Yeah, it's totally different. But this is where it all happened. So we've been
I can't believe I'm having a pint in the actual
pint in the Two
within
Ways.
these walls. I mean, I'd love to know. See if these walls could talk, the stories they could tell you, what they've seen going on in here.
Exactly.
Over the course of filming.
This is the main pub throughout the main series. Pretty much straight through, eh?
I don't remember they brought it back. When did they bring it back? 2008?
Yeah.
They brought it back again.
Brad wasn't drinking then.
He was, but it was a completely different pub we were in. And it was a woman, it was the barman, bar manager.
Did you know of a period where he wasn't drinking at all? He was like
I
a
remember there were
character.
storylines where he was having to give up the drink or he was going to die with
No,
advanced
in the new
stages.
ones. In the newer ones.
I can't mind.
No, I didn't watch them that much.
I think they just didn't emphasise that as much that he was in his local all the time getting pissed.
Right, so we've seen the house, we've seen the ponds, we've been round the city, and now we're in the iconic pub, the Two Ways.
Right away, those were Rab and Jamesy, where they come in and out, or Rab's been flung out, or...
Aye.
I seriously wish for it was still they never remodelled it and it was still how it was. Oh, I'd be in my element.
Actually, it is, the Two Ways is, or there is a pub in the Seasonal Grey, because remember they have a different character that plays Doddy.
He was the original barman, and he was still the original bar manager. All throughout the first and second. No,
not
all
Norrie.
throughout the
I'm
first.
talking about Doddy, the one of Rab's pals called Doddy.
It was that guy. It was in Orphans. Remember Orphans? When the guy goes to the pub, but that guy's like, drink time. That's time. Everybody drink up. Come on. And then that woman comes in. she's got one of the tins rattling it for
Oh,
charity.
like Samaritan.
And then and the guy comes out and he's like, hey, you,
Samaritans.
choose yourself to
Salvation Army.
fuck.
Salvation Army.
He was the original Doddy.
Aye.
Ah, what is life, Rab, eh? One day you're screwing a gas meter, next day you've got beliefs. See if I knew beliefs were this much fun, I'd have got myself some of them years ago, so what? Do you want a crisp, Doddy? No, I don't believe in them. I'll take one anyway.
But when they made the pilot, the first series,
They changed that to
right, to the guy with the...
Aye.
Last chance, ninja.
Don't call me that.
Hey, Andrew.
Bastards.
What was his name again? That's shocking, I can't
There was
remember
loads
his
of
name.
episodes filmed in here. Loads of them.
All right
or
through.
parts of every episode almost, eh?
One of the major funniest stuff that happened in Rab C is that happened in this very building and within these walls.
He who plays hard, stays hard.
In the toilets. What was it called?
Stay
that,
hard.
that was an episode that...
Set spray, stay hard.
When Davina, who was played by David Tennant, was the bandmate.
Oh, aye, that's
Yeah,
right.
and they're all trying to figure out if it's really a man or no.
Hey, Davey! Dave?
Davina.
Yes. What can I get you, boys?
Same again. Good result for a Celtic Saturday, eh?
I wouldn't know, I'm sorry. Not really into rugby.
Pity she's got shooters on her like Will Carlin.
And that was transgender exposure long before it was a thing.
That was when...
That was well ahead of its time.
What else? As I said, one of my favourite episodes was when Peter Martin's playing the Devil Worshipper and he comes in with the warlock cape on and he's got a duck unicorn on his fucking head.
What
And
you doing? An Alsatian with a cornet on it, snapper.
Hey, Jim. Alright if I bring my pet in?
If you keep it on a lead.
That's him, the guy I was talking about, the warlock.
God. Horned beasts, loony machines and devil worshippers. Guess have you got to be some kind of tweedledum to drink in here now, Dave?
He walks in and everybody's scared of him. And he even goes up to the barman and is like, what is it? White rum, black ice. Oh, and he's like, you got a problem with that, pal? And Norrie's like, no. And then he turns round and goes, anybody else got a problem with satanic worship? And Rab just goes, I've got a problem with it.
White rum. Black ice.
What?
You got a problem, pal?
No.
Anybody here got a problem with satanic worship?
No.
Satan. Great wee devil. Hey, boys.
Bit of a rogue. But lovable with it.
Good. I mean, bad.
Hey, I've got a problem here.
And what's that?
What gives you the right to fling your way about in this pub? Hey, he's stotting here with a dug with a wartnut snapper and a swirling pork that's straight out of Freeman's catalogue, acting as if you own the bloody joint.
I resent that. This cloak belonged to Alistair Crowley.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that. And what was it? The Great Beast duvet cover, eh? Listen, you hear me. You might impress this bunch of rejects for a Twilight Zone, but you do not impress me.
And then, that's that episode with the virtual reality machine.
A virtual reality simulator? Is that where that high-tech armchair is over there?
Aye, we thought a disabled guy must have parked it there till he used the lavvy.
Remember Doddy once first going in? And yeah, is that blood coming out of his ears? Magic.
That's it, Eddie. Who's first for blast off? Me, I'll go first.
Well, magic, eh? Designed by NASA to train astronauts, finishes up as a toy for dick brains in a pub in Dublin. One small step for man, you know.
Mister, what experience can I simulate?
Look, anything you like. Just choose a button.
Oh, man. Oh, too much. Too much.
Is that blood coming out of his ears? Magic.
Hey, Ram, many see this, you're missing yourself.
Aye, see it. Very good, very good.
That's an episode where Rab's cutting out the drink. He's on the fruit juice.
Hey, Ram, another fruit juice. I would take that as a no.
And then Rab goes, no. What bloody, what was it says? What would I love to experience? And the guy that plays Pete the JK in Still Game, he goes, being drunk.
Rab, you know where to go next?
No, I do bloody well not. Too much escaping for reality nowadays. What the hell experience would I want to simulate anyway?
Being drunk.
So then when Andrew comes out the virtuality machine and he sees the warlock and the dog with the cornetto and he's like, what am I simulating now?
Holy geek, what a trip. What the hell am I simulating now?
Normality.
No chance. Pint of Thunderbirds and an aspirin tops. Joke's a joke, no?
And then Peter Mullen goes to Rab. You know your trouble, my man. You don't respect the ways of the ancient wisdom or something. So as a result, I'm going to put a curse on you. And he goes, you're cursing. Rab's like, well, that's that then. That's the curse. Aye, a right good cursing.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to curse you. Yeah. You're cursed.
Oh, that was the curse, Lily, is it?
Right, good cursing. Take it from me. Very soon you will meet with an accident and you will die a horrible and excruciating death. It's nothing personal.
Hingy walks out, Peter Mullen leaves and then he walks past Bernie right out there, right outside and says, hey, you want a paper? But he walks off and Bernie goes, what about for your wife? He's got the dog and the dog's like...
Hey, Jim. What a paper! Where be your wife then, eh?
Before that, Peter Mullen pops it back in and he does that and there's a dart stuck in the ceiling.
Falls down and hits Rab in his head.
See, Vera, you're uncanny. You've really got your finger on the pulse.
When Bernie comes in, Bernie's like, hey Dad, what about a paper? And Norrie the barman goes, your dad's got that stuck in his head. And Bernie goes, so he has, what score did you get? And Rab's like, bugger off, you cheeky wee swine.
Here's a new special! Hey Dad, you want a paper?
Your father's got a dart stuck in his head, son.
So he has. What kind of score did you get for that, Dad?
You're fairly reminiscent, young Craigie.
I'm actually getting so excited because I'm actually in the Two Ways fucking slaver and pish talking about Rab with...
Just because we're in the Two Ways pub, it doesn't mean you can swear at random though, eh? You can swear at will.
I'm not swearing, am I?
It's now an up marketplace.
Honesty, fuck. What, should I be sticking my pinky out while I'm taking a drink?
So there you are, the Two Ways pub.
There's hundreds of... Remember I was like seeing the Seasonal Great episode and then like the first series, it was this old guy that was the barman. Can't mind his name, the actor that played him, but the first few episodes of the second series that filmed the bits that took part in Two Ways, Norrie was the new barman, but that old guy was sitting and they were even when they introduced them to say this is the new barman, and it was that very episode. Because Norrie goes, if I want a virtual reality pub in my machine in my pub, I'll bloody have one. And the old bad guy goes something like, young blood rules, and they high five each other. Fuck knows, mate.
I remember.
What else?
There's loads of stuff in here. But it's totally different now, the decor's all changed, and yeah, but then that would be expected in 30 years.
It still has been going on.
It's even longer than 30 years. What was the first series, like 1988 or something?
1990?
90?
Yeah. Series 1, 1990.
That makes it 34 years then.
Jesus Christ.
34 years. I was just a kid when Rab C was on the TV.
I was I remember watching the seasonal great episode when it aired on 21st of December 1988.
You're taking that too far, but carry on.
How?
You've got the actual date down.
Yeah.
So carry on. So you have
Ricky
done your
Fillon was in that
research.
episode.
That's right, aye, I remember that.
They were on about being, what was it?
He was in a later one as well, where he was like the old guy.
Aye, one of the later series, wearing the paper bag on his
That's
head.
right, aye. Another comedy legend.
Reverend I Am Jolly, Scotch and Rye, yeah. That was on every New Year's Eve, and I used to just piss myself as much watching that.
And Gregor Fisher was in that as well.
Oh, they were all worked together. They were all in. They didn't all work together in like Naked Video and.
Is it Tony Roper the guy who played Jason?
Aye. Aye, they were all on the same like circuit and bandwagon and.
Because they all came up doing the shows there.
But what was it? Do you remember that? What was the beer advert? It's iconic, man. Was it Tenant Special?
Oh, McEwan's when
they're pushing the
breaking
balls.
through, aye. It's McEwan's ladder, which no longer exists.
But remember Naked Video done a pistic segment of that
Right,
where it
aye.
crashes through the screen
Aye.
and then the pop-up, excuse me, can we get our ball back?
We need to put that in, eh? For a giggle. Anyway, folks, this is the Two Ways Pub, now the Past Monkeys.
I'm not done.
Just
I've
enjoying
still
the
got loads of
pint.
shite I can slaver.
Okay.
I actually thought I'd come in here and see there'd be like a picture on the wall or something. Like from the days
Well, it's on the exterior though.
No, but I mean like a photograph of like some of the cast.
They could do worse than making a wee sort of effort and like a wee shrine sort of thing, yeah. Like remembering the heritage. Try and nip it, right?
Yeah.
You can keep it on, I'm going for a spot. Just do a bit yourself at the end. Before you switch it off.